So we'll start with Joel. Everybody knows Joel.
Joel with Armac.
I'm Amanda. I'm with the Rosamond News. We are a local newspaper, a weekly newspaper. If you guys have any events you'd like us to cover, go ahead and just give me your information, or I can give you mine and we can put it in the paper.
Hi everyone, my name is Alex from Snap Internet Phone and TV. We service Rosamond, Lancaster, Palmdale, and Leona Valley. Our specialty is we service all the rural areas for Spectrum and the big guys.
And I'm Judy Magana. My company's Global Communications 2000. I'm out at the Tehachapi, but I recently partnered with him because I do the phones, he does the internet, and we're both local. And it makes a good fit.
Kern Sanders, I'm the East Current representative of the Kern County Board of Supervisors. District 2, Chris Farley.
My name is Kelly. I am the chair of the RDAC board, and I do this with my wife, Sean, in the chamber.
This is Ronnie. I'm Rick Fabrizzi. I'm the new general manager out at Willow Spring Raceway.
He's going to be our speaker today, so you learn all about the raceway. I'm Gene Melcher. I sit on the board, the Rosamond Chamber, numerous other things.
Heather Rodriguez, owner of Rosamond.
Okay, so you got any announcements? You want what the chamber's doing?
So we have a big, tomorrow, we have an exciting shopping center coming to Rosamond, right? So tomorrow's the groundbreaking. It's right across the street from Rite Aid. The closed down Rite Aid. So we're going to park at Rite Aid and then walk across the street because we don't want to be sure. So please, if anybody wants to come, they're going to announce any leases or anything that they already have signed. So it's going to be exciting. New business is coming to Rosamond, so you can't turn that down. And then the same owner of that property is bringing more housing, so she's bringing another property where she's going to have some single-family homes that she's going to be building on it. So we're going to have some more homes coming in. I'm sure she'll talk a little bit about it tomorrow. So we're hoping everybody can come just to support them. The more they know they're supported, the better. They are trying to get a bank. They haven't got anybody yet. A lot of the banks don't want to come until we have a permanent sheriff station, is what they're saying. So that kind of puts us off for a little bit longer until we can get a permanent sheriff station. But there is a doctor's office coming, a gas station, and a few different things. It's kind of exciting. So, and Tesla chargers. There's going to be a Tesla charging station. So, yeah, so that's exciting, right? It's our first one in Rosamond. So, that's tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So hopefully everybody can join us over there for a new shopping center that's coming.
All right. Seen Superintendent Barbara Gaines today, and she wanted me to announce, and she couldn't make it, that they're having a dinner on the 24th to induct the Hall of Fame athletes at Rosamond High School, and there's going to be 5 inductees. And it's supposed to be kind of a formal dinner. It's $25. It'll be at the high school cafeteria. So it should be real nice. You can get a ticket at the business office, cash only. So it's like I said, on the 24th at 6 o'clock. So if you're interested in going, you can go pick up a ticket there at the business office. And like I said, it has to be cash. And it'll take IOUs. Anything else in Rosamond happening? You got any events planned?
Chicken Place is opening in February. Sounds like they got the last permit signed off right here. So I know that on Facebook yesterday. So that's exciting.
And we have any events for Easter planned?
We'll be having together, but we did have Easter eggs were donated from the church. So Wayside Chapel donated all the plastic Easter eggs, so now we just gotta get candy to fill it. So it'll probably be up the street again. It's our and we're hoping to get enough donations to give shoes to each child. So that's exciting. There's a lot of work last year, but I think all the kids appreciate it getting a pair of shoes. So we're working on that, so hopefully we have some news coming pretty fast.
All right, sounds great. So with that, we'll have our guest speaker, Aaron. Thank you.
I appreciate the opportunity to come out and speak to everybody today. We met Gene and Joel. They came to the track right before the holidays and introduced themselves, and it was really at a perfect time because just a little bit of the history of what's transpired since last April. I think most of you know the track went up for sale probably about 2 years ago, I heard, is when the whole sale process started. And the new owners took ownership in April of 2020, or last year, 2025. So from that time, from April until just the end of this year, we've been hard at work, just having get acclimated with the property, understand really what we bought. You guys know it's a 73-year-old property, so the infrastructure, there are a lot of things that needed some attention, and a lot of property cleanup in the beginning, and then we started to figure out how do we build the team. We're happy to have the majority of the staff that was there stay on board with us at the closing, and then our goal was to try to build it from there. So for 8 months, we were just wide open working on that stuff. And when Gene had come in, it was a perfect timing because the directive from our ownership group was, let's figure out how to get involved in the community, and let's make sure that we're a good community partner. So I'd asked Gene, how can we help? That was really the bottom line, is how can Willow Springs Raceway be a good ambassador to the county and make sure that we're doing the things that can help the community and all that. So that's what we want to try to get done in 2026, to start to build that. We met with the superintendent this morning talking about ways that we can get involved in the school district and all that. So if there are ideas and things that you guys can think of that would be, we can help, then we're definitely all ears to be a part of it. So just a little bit about the ownership group that bought the property from the Booths, Cross Harbor Capital, based out of Boston, Massachusetts. They're a private equity firm that has a specialty in real estate development. So they've been very successful over their years of being in business at building world-class facilities. Their signature property is Yellowstone Club in Big Sky, Montana. So if you ever look that up, it's an amazing membership program, exclusive community, built around skiing in the wintertime and everything that happens in Big Sky, Montana in the summertime. That was their very first property. They bought it out of bankruptcy in 2016 and built it into this phenomenal place. They own Crazy Mountain Ranch in Montana. They've got a project going on in the Bahamas. Sam Byrne, who is the chairman and the founder of Cross Harbor, he's a motorsports guy. He's a big Porsche fanatic. So he started looking for a property about 3 or 4 years ago that he could build a membership community type program that could be built around the motorsports industry. And then when Willow came up for sale, that's how that whole discussion started. So they worked on that project for a while, did all the due diligence, and were able to consummate a deal in April of last year. They brought on Singer Vehicle Design. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Singer Vehicle Design, but they're a very high-end Porsche remanufacturer. So started by a gentleman named Rob Dickinson, who was a lead guitarist and a lead singer. That's where the name Singer Automotive came from, of a rock band out of the UK. He started in the UK, brought it to the US, very successful in building Porsches that are all 7-figure Porsches, custom built to the owner. So they brought Singer and Cross Harbor, bought the property together, and then they were smart enough to know that they've never owned a racetrack before. So they partnered with our company, which is Speedway Motorsports, to manage the facility. Speedway Motorsports headquarters in Charlotte, North Carolina, but we own and manage 13 different NASCAR tracks across the country. So we've got a lot of experience in track operation and management. And Marcus Smith, the founder, or the chairman, his father was the founder of Speedway Motorsports, is a big fan of what happens at Willow. So when the partnership came together, they were looking for somebody to come in and help from a GM perspective. They called me up, and I'm like, I got to take advantage of this opportunity. The best thing was that when the word got out that it was being sold, there was a lot of concern about what it was going to become and would it still be a racetrack going forward. In the motorsports world, there have been a lot of racetracks that have closed, not just in the West Coast, but across the country. And they've been sold off to real estate developments that turn them into warehouses or things like that. So from the motorsports community, it was really good to hear that this is still going to be a racetrack. And that's why Speedway Motorsports was excited about being a part of this going forward. So phase one of construction and phase one of what we were doing was really all about just cleaning up the property and what were some things that we could do from a safety perspective with the racetracks to make them safer. The Booth family, 73 years, right? They own these properties. The last 10 years, I don't believe they reinvested a lot of money back into the property. So there was a lot of work for me to get done on that front. So we invested in making the tracks better, making them safer, a lot of infrastructure. We had to replace all the vehicles that were there, new safety vehicles, working on fire safety team. We remodeled some existing buildings while we're building out the master plan to present on what the big master plan build is going to look like. And it's on paper, and what the planning is and the vision is, it's pretty spectacular. And if it's anything what they've done at Yellowstone, it's going to be a world-class facility. So not only will it retain the history, but it's really going to become a world-class motorsports facility. So in the planning stages, and what is really probably the most positive news out of all of it is that it's not just going to be a membership exclusive track. I know that in the media, in social media, there are a lot of false narratives. There are a lot of rumors saying that the track was going to be inaccessible to the general public. The people that have traditionally used it are no longer going to be able to use it, and it's only going to be for the rich. That's far from the way it's going to play out. The beauty of Willow Springs is that there are multiple tracks. So a lot of the country clubs, that you want to call them, or private equity or private membership clubs, the challenge is they only have one track. So to make it available for members, they can't open it to the public. Willow's got a unique situation where we've got multiple tracks. So our goal is to figure out how do we have the membership component and create the exclusivity and some of the things that are amenities related to the members and still have access to the people. So that's what we've been working on. Some of the same customers have been coming for years, have put dates on the calendar for 2026. So all of that's going to continue. So hopefully some of these things that are out there in the media will people will start to see that's not the direction of this facility. We're working on an economic impact study. I don't have any real numbers to share right now. It's all being figured out, but when you look at some of the other tracks that we run, and we're talking about 150 full-time employees and a big support staff that goes along with that to make things happen. So this will be a big driver of employment here in the Rosamond community. We're in the works of trying to figure out how we recruit and train and bring on some more people as we build this thing out. So a lot of opportunities for the community. So excited to be a part of it. Be happy to answer questions if anybody has any questions about what you might have heard and what we're doing.
What about the dirt track?
So the dirt track, we had to remove some of the dirt that was there to do some of the excavation on our streets course. So currently that track has been decommissioned for the time being, and we're working on the plan of how to utilize that space better. Our goal is to try to have all kinds of diverse motorsports activities there. We've heard from the drifting community that used to be big out in Willow, and there's concern that balcony's going to go away. But we're going to have a drift area that's going to be built out for that motorsports community. So we're going to continue to do it at Speedway right now, and then develop the plan to have a dedicated drift area for the drifting community. As far as dirt races, it's probably a little bit farther off, but there's work to be done on how do we develop some of these other areas.
You guys had a big event where you brought like some cars, I don't know, 600 cars, traffic is cool. So we're hoping that there's gonna be some kind of a plan because you can move in Rosamond. We got one way in and one way out of Rosamond. We got like one overpass, so it'd be nice to have some kind of traffic control next time to where we just don't move around with Rosamond when traffic backs up.
Yeah, 100%. And that was October 11th was Willow Springs Reimagined event. We didn't really know what the response was gonna be when we put it out, and we basically said let's limit it to 5,000 general admission folks, and let's see what happens. And in the beginning, sales were a little bit slow, and we're like, maybe we'll get to 2,000 people. Well, all of a sudden, word started to spread, and we sold out the tickets within like a week, 2 weeks to go, and then we had a demand that we couldn't meet. People were just wanting to buy tickets, we couldn't sell them. So with that, we learned a lot about traffic flow and our parking situation. We had plenty of parking, but we were talking earlier, we didn't really have the right group that we brought on to help us with getting the cars in and parked on the property, which is a major part of it, right? You can get them all there, but you got to efficiently get them placed and let people then go through the gates. So we recognized, like, it wasn't long when we got going, we're like, wow, we got to figure this traffic thing out because it's not what we wanted. We had probably the only complaint that we heard was it took me over an hour to get into the facility.
Maybe 2.
And then it backed up the main artery here in Rosamond for the community. So it'll be better. Our next big event like that is October 10th.
You know, with the effort from the owns the track and development, what would really benefit you guys in the community is a nice big hotel. You get to Edwards Airport, the government travel, everybody has to go to Lancaster, keep the money here in Kern County.
I think what they want to present to you guys in the master plan is a hotel on the property. So, yeah, there is a plan.
Because there's one hotel and it's not high-end at all.
And that is, there's a lot of things about our other tracks that we run. We are able to attract the Ferrari Challenge and some really high-end clubs that can come here, not members, but club activities. And the one deterrent from doing it here now is that amenities, some amenities at the track. There's not enough covered storage and some things we have in our other locations. But the number one driver is where are we going to put our people that's nice enough for. So that is something that we know we got to have.
Room in Lancaster, Palmdale.
Yeah, I had Goodyear Tire wanted to come and do a big event here, a big launch with their executives and fly people in and do all that. And then when they started to look at what accommodations there were and how far away they were like, they ended up going to the other locations. But that is, those are a lot of things that we do.
But like I said, one of the things you bring up is, like you said, with all the government travel at Edwards and Northrop and all that, the weekends and stuff you guys aren't doing anything, you can probably fill up with government.
That's good to know. I think that's, we're obviously still learning the area and learning everything that goes with it. But
I think most of the hotels are about 97% full, especially in Palmdale, Norfolk and all those. They just fly them a couple of times in a week.
Fill them up and then they go home.
Put them in the hometown and then they fly them back home for the week.
and there's a lot of work being done on how to build this thing out and do it right. There's a lot of excitement around.
Oh, there's a lot of excitement out there.
Themselves, they're the ones with the grand opening tomorrow. We were talking about at 11 o'clock, our groundbreaking excitement. So if they want to introduce your guys' self and what you're doing and what you plan on doing.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Max Becerra. I'm principal of Pacific Sport Company. And Eric, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Eric Gamora with the Moore Partners. We're working together with Tina and Max on this retail center. I'm the broker and realtor involved on the leasing and tenant representation of the site. So if you have any questions, I'll leave my card. Just reach me with any questions on that.
My name is Tina Light. I am the owner for the piece of land. My company is Sunrise Global Development, so we are really happy to join you guys today.
Thank you.
So then, we've been working on this land site that Tina has now owned for the last 2.5 years. At the corner, it's at the southwest corner of 30th Street West and Rosamond Boulevard. We have now received our full approval from the county to build and develop a 6-acre shopping center at that location. We're really excited. My background, I'm a city regional planner from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. That's where I graduated from. And we've been doing land development and planning for the last 40 years. I was out here originally back when the Albertsons opened up. We did a lot of the residential subdivision work when U.S. Homes was out here, and Hawkins and Grove, which is now KB Homes. So we've seen the Rosamond Desert area grow, and we're pleased to really bring into this project here through Tina and her investment and her vision, and we're bringing in a blend of national tenants and regional tenants, as well as services that are needed here in the Rosamond community. And it's not just getting approval, we're actually doing it. We have a history of doing the things that we say we're going to do. So we're going to have construction equipment. We're going to have some of the tenants out here, and we just can't. We apologize for being a little bit late, but we were out here with Sam and George, and we're lining out how everything is going to look like for tomorrow. So we'll be out here early with our staff and our team, and we're going to be getting everything set up for the 11 o'clock groundbreaking. I hope you can all join us. Supervisor Carlier will be out here, as well as some representatives from the other elected positions. So please join us. It is our goal through Tina to be part of your community. We're not just trying to drive something in your community. We assessed this for a while, and we want to work grassroots, working with Shauna, with Heather, with Kelly, and bringing in something that would be worthy and the community would be able to support. With that, Tina, do you have anything?
Yes, I would love everyone to join us tomorrow, 11 a.m. It's going to be between 11 to 12. We're going to have some food. I'm going to go to the grocery outlet to bring some drink, and then soda, water, muffins, maybe. So please join us tomorrow.
Thank you.
We need a bank, we need medical, we need a lot of few other things, right? So I'm the person to contact for that. So if you guys want to recommend a particular service, please reach out to me. We are in contact with a few regional banks, local banks as well, credit unions, medical as well. We haven't made a decision on any of them yet, but we'd love to listen to you guys and hear what you guys recommend. Okay? Yeah, we should have like 10 units. We have about 10 units. Yeah, they're about 1,100 square feet per suite, or we can combine them to make it larger. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I know it's kind of hard to hear.